Firstly, welcome back to Bradford Town FC. What was the biggest draw for you to return to the club?
I'd say, thank you very much. Firstly, for the appointment. Secondly, I'd say that personal progression as a main staple. Obviously, I've only started my management career, say 18 months ago, at Trowbridge Town, and just like put on note that leaving them was very, very tough after all the hard work we put in over the last 18 months. But the draw to step up 2 leagues and have that personal progression for myself, and alongside the plans that the club have for progression in terms of developing the ground and other things, in the end, although however difficult it may have been, it became a no-brainer in the end.
And you very recently stepped into a management position, which you just mentioned. What do you think that can bring to the squad of players that we have here?
Yeah, like you said, I've obviously only 18 months into doing this. It's been absolutely whirlwind. And stepping up two leagues now, it's going to be a massive challenge. But one me and the rest of the management team are up for. We like to think we bring a wealth of knowledge in local football. And I think we'll bring that kind of relatability back to the people around the club and the players, really. And obviously the fans. Obviously, like you mentioned, I left this club 12 years ago now, which sounds ridiculous, and time flies. But even then, I walk back through the door. Anytime I walk back through the door, they're always nice and greet me with the same respect and gratitude that they did 12 years ago. So it's great to be back.
And in terms of objectives for the remainder of the season, what can the fans expect to see moving forwards?
Stability. Obviously, the team's been kind of ripped apart recently a little bit, but there's still obviously some real talented, mostly young players within the squad. It'll just be a case of now until the end of the season, stabilising the club in terms of the team, bringing some players in. There may be some more casualties out, but we'll have to see how that goes. And yeah, like I said, stabilising to the end of the season and then pushing on in the summer where we can really settle down. Obviously, taking any job mid-season is always difficult because it's like going back to kindergarten. You're going to have to learn people's names, what they're like and their motives for playing football. It's going to be whirlwind, but that's what we're here to do.
How would you describe your approach to management?
Modern with a classic twist, I'd say. I've played for some really good managers in my time, some real old school managers, which I'd like to think I kind of take that approach, but I understand people and youngsters have changed, so the shouting and the kind of the hollowing doesn't work for everyone. And to be honest, my voice can't even go up to that decibel anyway. So that's what the other guys are here for, who are coming with me. But it's just, like it's all stems back to the relatability, whether that be with the players and the managers. Obviously, still being 30 years old, I'll still play now and again. And I can relate to the younger and the older players. So it's I think that's what I can bring to the team.
And finally, do you have a message for the fans?
Well, already thanks for the miraculous kind of welcome back. It's good to be back. It's a club that I loved playing for, even though it was only a year. It felt like an eternity. And like I said previously, every time I come back, it's like I've never left. And now it's a time to push on. We'll try and put our own stamp on it and hopefully roll on the good times and get a little bit of stability back to the club. I'm sure the powers that be will not mind me saying the way the club has been ran previously has probably been a little bit unsustainable. So it's just a case of settling down now and achieving some realistic goals.